When the Union Stockyards opened in 1865, Chicago was seen as the slaughter capital of the world. The meatpacking district handled tens of millions of livestock every year, and now one man is making it his goal to change the future.
We would like to close that chapter of our history and usher in a new era of kindness and compassion and fairness.
Robert Grillo is a leader of Slaughter-Free Chicago. He says Ciales Poultry didn't follow zoning regulations, among others operating less than 200 feet away from another business, and Ciales is not zoned for slaughter.
If we trace the lives of those animals, you can see that they suffer for weeks before their violent end.
Ciales Poultry is one of 16 slaughterhouses in Chicago. It's the first slaughterhouse the city reviewed. At the same time, Slaughter-Free Chicago brought up its concerns. The group will meet with city leaders today to discuss comprehensive change, not only to the way facilities are run, but also the people who work inside.
Slaughterhouse workers are 3 times more likely to have serious injuries than the average American worker. Think about it. Who wants to go to work, wake up every morning, go to work, and kill animals all day?
Ciales Poultry Store in Wicker Park is a father-son owned business that's operated for 40 years.
We've always had a good sense of community where people like to come in here and buy their chickens.
Francisco has been by his father Raul's side since he was a little boy, with plans to take over the business he says they've built with integrity.
We take a lot of pride on the animals that he feeds and he breeds.
And because Ciales is a wholesale facility, the store is inspected on a city and federal level by the Department of Agriculture twice a week.
Todo eso tiene que estar bajo las regulaciones federales.
Raul says the city can come and inspect whenever they'd like. He's confident their standards are above par.
Y otras personas crían los pollos.
All of this has to be under federal regulation. Other places use hormones and antibiotics to make their chickens grow. Here we don't do that.
The Department of Business Affairs and Consumer Protection weighed in with this statement that says in part, slaughterhouses in Chicago must be regulated, and they're working closely with advocates to ensure these businesses are operating in a safe manner. Grillo wants all slaughterhouses in Chicago to follow that same standard and hopes to one day convince all Chicagoans to stop eating meat.
If Chicago was to move to a plant-based food system, they could reduce up to 51% of their greenhouse gas emissions from food alone.